Mad
and Cash
Football Focus.
where, as always, the focus is
Football.
football.
24/7.
24/7. 365?
64.
64? Okay, Christmas.
Christmas.
Okay, all right.
Christmas. Yeah. All right. Now, I know the sports world is buzzing right now.
Buzzing big time.
Buzzing.
Boy.
Yeah. Well, you want to just jump right into it?
Let's jump right into it.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Let's jump right into it. In light of recent events of the what was that, Ruff?
The game.
The Monday night game.
Yeah.
NFL and officials, referees are in contact, and they're chin hair close to getting the deal
so
done.
they can be ready for Sunday.
Right. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a victory, I guess, maybe for the whole league, as long as they leave Ed Hockley at home.
But you know what's crazy? I heard that Ed Hockley is like the main one, like sending tape to people and saying, like, you know, he's like spearheading all the other reps. He's sending them, they having video conferences and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
So I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But like I said, I know a lot of the people that watches our video that you know, they seen the game.
Yeah.
And you know, me and you, obviously, if you watched our show last week, you see that he picked Green Bay.
Yeah.
And I picked Seattle.
Yeah.
So obviously, we know who got on top on that one.
Well, of course I did. But
okay,
because the NFL is how the NFL is, you know, I lost, which I don't agree with. But you know what? Ain't no use to cry no spilled milk.
That's true. So that makes, so if you wonder, that makes my record last week. My record was 7-9. Baby boy right here,
6-10.
No, actually I went 8-8, and you went 6-10.
Right.
So you know, so like I said, this is the last week where my baby boy right here, he gotta catch up 4 games on me, or
I can do it.
Okay.
I can do it.
All right. If you say so. All right. So obviously we picked the Saints last week.
Yeah.
And obviously they didn't show up.
Of course.
Well, they didn't show up in the fourth quarter.
Of course.
You know. And
second half.
Second half mainly. Yeah, I think they scored 7 points in the second half. No, they scored 14 because I think it was 10-6.
Yeah, it was 10-6.
And they wound up being 20. They was up 24-6.
Yeah.
In so many words. In layman's terms, it was up 24-6 until they made Jamal Charles look like the next coming of Walter Payton / Barry Sanders.
That looked like a John Madden play.
It did.
On rookie.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
That looked like a John Madden
play.
Or
it looked like John Madden play on rookie when you put the controller on the second player and you the first player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just ridiculous. You know, and the defense looked like I don't know.
The defense looked like the cheese off of Tom and Jerry.
Bunch of holes.
Bunch of holes.
Yeah.
Bunch of holes.
Yeah, and like I said, we 0-3. We going into the Lions den, which is the Packers, which they're gonna be very pissed off. Very pissed off because of the game that got taken away from. A lot of people were saying that the game that the Packers lost, what makes them 1-2.
Yeah.
You know, that might
come back to haunt them
as playoff picture, seeding, home field advantage. Obviously, you seen what happened to the Saints last year when they lost to the Rams and the Bucks. It make them 13-3, and the Packers obviously they were 13-3, and they had to go on the road in the second round.
Right.
So, we know all far well how home field advantage,
how important,
vital. Very vital. It's not vital with us this year because obviously we keep dropping games at home. We 0-2. We went 8-0 last year.
Yeah.
Now we're 1-2.
Yeah. Well, but you know what? You brought up a good idea. You said you had maybe something that could fix the Saints.
Yeah. You know, and I've been thinking about it, and it's actually 2 things. One thing is the chant. You know, and like I said, you know, me and you had a phone call, and me and you was on the same page as usual. They chant. They're using the Drake and 2 Chainz, No Lie. Now, personally, I like the song.
Okay.
I like the song, but I don't think it's fitting for football to get somebody amped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just me. You know, the best song that the best chant that they ever had was the chant when they won the Super Bowl. You know, and you know that was the best chant ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Best chant ever.
Yeah. And second was last year's chant. Which was nice.
Right.
You know, but like I said, I mean, and personally, if there's any Saints officials watching this vid, maybe y'all need to play, instead of having the Saints come out and do a chant, maybe we need to play that chant for them.
On the big screen.
On the big screen for them. So to get them to remind them, just what type of team we are. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just to remind them and just to show them that, yo, we need to get it in gear because who listened to that chant from the Super Bowl and not get amped up?
Right, give you goosebumps.
That chant gives you goosebumps.
Yeah.
I make me want to go run and hit somebody.
Right, yeah. I think I seen you do that before too.
Yeah.
I think you went hit your son. I think.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Well, tackle him.
Of course. Yeah. But yeah, it's all about I think it's all about the chant. Then there's another thing that I seen. This is Verizon commercial where this nerdy guy was talking to some people at his job, and he was saying, what did our Saints do? What did our team look great? And he said, dude, we got clobbered. So then he's catching up on footage on the Saints, looking at the then he's at the airport where he thinks he knows it all. Then he said, best defense ever.
Like a phone can really give you all the information you need about the team.
Exactly.
Right?
So he said, best defense ever in the airport. Obviously, they must have been at...
It must have been in Wisconsin.
Yeah. So Clay Matthews is that I'm going to eat you. And they all run off. Like, Clay Matthews doesn't scare me. You just give him some Vidal Sassoon or something, and he'll be good to go.
No, man. You ain't got to give him no Vidal Sassoon, man. Just run after him with a pair of scissors, man, and cut their heads.
Right.
To get him in line.
So I think that's another reason why our defense looks the way it looks, because this crazy guy said best defense ever, and we've never had the best defense ever besides the Dome Patrol.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only time that our defense was real dominant.
Right.
You know what I mean? So anyway, let's we kind of going off the deep end.
Yeah.
But we're gonna pick the games.
All right, let's go.
All right. First off, we got tomorrow night. We got the Ravens versus the Browns.
I'm going with the Ravens. You know that.
You know I'm riding with the Ravens too. You got the Vikings versus the Lions. I'm going with the Lions personally.
Well, you know what?
I know the Vikings upset the 49ers last week.
Not only that, but they're getting Jerome Simpson back.
Okay.
So that's going to be somebody that can stretch the field.
Right.
But I'm still
Christian Pollard looked good.
He did, but I'm going with the Lions.
Okay.
I'm going with the Lions.
All right, we got the Seahawks versus the Rams. See, I'm going with the Seahawks.
I'm going to pick the Rams.
You going with the Rams?
Okay. Pick the Rams.
All right, we got the 49ers and the Jets.
49ers.
All the way.
49ers. I think the 49ers against Minnesota, they probably started reading the news clippings.
Yeah, and best team. Because there's one thing that I want to say real quick, that the past teams has been the number one in the power rankings is lost.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I think the 49ers were the power ranking, it was number one and they lost. This week it's the Texans.
So they do.
Okay. That's something to think about. All right, I got the Chargers versus the Chiefs. I'm going with the Chargers. They're going to be mad. They only scored 3 points against the Falcons last week, so I think they're going to come out with a vengeance.
Man, you know what? I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I think that I think that offense of theirs finds their way. Hell, I know. Everybody looks good against us, but I really think Kansas City is on to something. I really.
You think so with Jamal Charles?
Yeah, I really do.
But Castle can't throw his way out of people.
I swear, yeah, that's the only problem. But I don't think he'll need to. I think they're gonna run the ball.
Okay, all right. We got Titans versus the Texans. I'm going with I'm gonna ride with the Texans on this one.
I think I'm gonna pick the Texans on this one too. Even though, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. That game against Detroit, that was a fluke game. That was probably the worst call I've ever seen from a head coach besides Jason Garrett.
Right.
You on their side of the field, and you want to try to go for it on 4th and 1. That makes absolutely no sense.
Especially in overtime.
Especially in overtime. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, tie it. Give your defense a chance to try to win the game for you.
Right.
You got it. And Ndamukong Suh. Anyway, next.
Right. We got the Panthers versus the Falcons.
Who you picking? The Falcons?
Of course.
I'm gonna pick the Falcons too. Matty Ice, they keep it going.
Yeah. It sucks to say. It hurts to me to say that they look good right now.
Yeah, them Dirty Birds look all right. Them Dirty Birds looking all right.
All right, we got the Bengals versus the Jaguars. I'm going Mario with the Bengals. They look good.
Yeah,
they look
man.
Good
AJ Green and Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
And Cincinnati. Yeah, I'm going
Cincinnati. All right, we got Miami versus Arizona. I'm riding with Arizona on this one. They gonna keep they rolling. They 3-0. They gonna keep it rolling.
Yeah, I mean, they won't have no answer for Fitzgerald.
Right. Yeah. No, not at all.
Yeah.
All right, we got the Raiders versus the Broncos. I'm going with the Broncos. Raiders looked good against the Steelers last week.
Yeah.
That's like I said, we say last week was an upset week. I mean, everybody got upset.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Broncos too. I'm gonna go with the Broncos. I think they're gonna torch that secondary like Bill Roethlisberger did.
Right. All right, yeah, the Redskins versus the Bucks. I'm riding with the Redskins. RG3.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with the Redskins too.
Yeah, man. All right, the big one: Saints versus the Packers.
Saints.
I'm going with the Packers. I'm going with the Packers by. I'm gonna do a average. I'm gonna say the Packers by 10. You going with the Saints?
I gotta ride with him, though. Even though I don't want to, but I gotta ride with him, baby. I gotta do it.
All right. Got the Giants versus Sunday night Giants versus the Eagles. I'm riding with the Giants.
No, I'm going with the Eagles. I think they right the ship. I think they right the ship.
Against the G-Men?
Against the G-Men, yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you, something's up in Upper Manhattan. Something's up in Upper Manhattan. Something's not right with the Giants. Something's not right. I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe I gotta watch more games on them, but something's not right.
Okay. And last but not least, we have the Bears versus the Cowboys. I'm riding with the Cowboys for obvious reasons.
I'm going with the Bears. Is Matt Forte playing?
They say he practiced. So I mean, obviously I'm hopeful that he plays because he's obviously on my fantasy league, but on my team. But I'm gonna go with the Cowboys because the Cowboys are at home. You know what I'm saying? And then Monday night, I need one more to have a good game so I can win my fantasy football game. I'm 1-2. I lost 2 straight.
You just one game under 500.
Yeah, I gotta get it. I gotta get it back.
Be all right.
Get it back going. You know what I'm saying? So you riding with the Bears? I'm riding with the Cowboys. Yeah. All right, and we're gonna end the show off with obviously our top 5 series.
Right.
Do our top 5 series on wide receivers this week.
Wide receivers.
Right.
Okay.
So who you
see. Again, no particular order. Again, Larry Fitzgerald, Wes Welker, Megatron. Who else? I will say this dude's name, but I'm not. Brandon, my boy for the Bears.
Brandon Marshall.
Scary fast and good.
Big,
yeah. And number five. AJ Green.
Wow.
AJ Green.
That's a good top 5. That almost mirrored mine. I have AJ Green, obviously. Calvin Johnson, Megatron. Larry Fitzgerald. Brandon Marshall. And this is gonna be a shocker, but I can't do nothing but respect the man. Steve Smith.
Wow. Yes.
For the Panthers.
Can't go wrong with none of them.
Yeah.
You can even, like I said, throw another one. I mean,
Roddy White.
Hakeem Nicks. Yeah.
I mean, Victor Cruz.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of them. Yeah. There's a lot of them, but like I said, I want to go for more consistency. Brandon Marshall put up 100 catches like almost every year. Welker was a good one.
Yeah.
But like I said, AJ Green, up and comer.
Yeah, man. But he's gonna do big things. I didn't know he was that big though.
Oh yeah.
How is he, 6'4"?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was that big.
You know what I'm saying? But SEC, man. Him and Julio Jones, man.
And the boys killing him.
Man, SEC boy know how to put that talent.
And they do. They really do. You want to get drafted, go to the SEC.
Right.
It don't matter if you play for Vanderbilt. You gonna get drafted.
You gonna get drafted. Look at Jay Cutler
and Earl Bennett.
Yeah, that's true. But that's our show for today.
Yeah.